I'm a deacon, you should shut up when I'm speaking. If you talking, then I bet I get to tweaking.
This ain't Mario Brothers, so take heed to my advice. You gotta get out here and get it, but it's a wrong and a right. Way to sustain your hard work before the Lord dims your light. The insecure more secure than the secure. The floor is the ceiling, the roof is the floor. Something's wrong with that picture, but as the world changed, try to stay the same. And remember, Cain killed Abel. Abel wasn't thinking to kill Cain. I've been divine, gotta say what's on my mind. I've been dying in the grind, too struggle on my mind. Get on my mind, now I made it clear. Riding on the jet, they want to see grind, they want to shine. Took off all day, took out all time. Now walk on the balance, got it on your line. All days, all racks, all time, all time.
Come up, but I never gave up. Look, I running and love, and I knew I was next, so I kept it up there, and I'm moving on ones who gotta reach that. Pushing the yoke, baby, do your time. Gucci up out of that man, come down. Take care of my family, myself, and my son. The king has those I know. The ones when I open my eyes, I'm ready to ball. You know, I'm out of the old big mom. The racks on my pocket, you know I'm a dog, and I'm walking that thing that I'm making with dog. The women I call, they be dropping they drop. They doctors, the tenants, they change the law. I come and I'm only with birth to see. See, I'm hot boy, I'm on the man.
Gotta say what's on my mind. Every day, in the grind, too struggle on my mind. Every day, gotta make it on my mind. Now I made it clear. Riding on the jet, they want to grind, they want to shine. Took off all day, took out all time. Now walk on the balance, got it on your line. All days, all racks, all time, all time.
It's a gift and a curse to be good. Lord knows I ain't lying. Gifts that you give life, curses they don't want you to shine. Like a light giving life.
You. You. Velvetstix on deck. How many road I was meant to find? Told them I'm meant to mine. Gonna intertwine. Like a 100-year bottle of wine. And the first to enter behind.
Gatekeepers hold me back, they scared, can't match the strength of my grind. Should embrace me, show respect, instead they trap me, because they blind. As a bat, I think they scared of my mind.
I'm with the black ink pen, I'm the black ink pen, I'm ahead of my time.
I've been divine, gotta say what's on my mind.
And the struggle on my mind. Let's wait till some more people get in here, y'all. I'm shining, baby. You can't hold me down. Shining, 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 shining. Peace to all my haters. Said I'm shining, baby. Yeah. That's Velvetstix on them drums, y'all. That sticks on them drums. You don't wanna leave me. Hold on. Don't want that, boy. Blue, what's the word? What's the word? GFM, GFM, GFM. Velvetstix, what's up, little bro? How you feeling?
How wild is it that essentially we're doing album promotion, but catching up?
Yeah, that's.
We'll have to listen to us talk now.
that's on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because it changed since you shot out to Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's look at the analytics after this and see if you need to come out here.
Oh yeah, that's one of my questions. I'll see how we need to book a show in Germany and get some people over there. Yeah. But before we start, tell them who you are, bro.
I guess you could say I'm the artist formerly known as Velvetstix. There's no better way to say it.
All right. Well, like we said, the best way to say it, y'all, if y'all don't know, this is the only white boy on the album, on the LSD, and I made sure of that. Why? Because he graduated from Columbia, downtown Chicago, and you had to be there to know that this guy right here was instrumental in the cool kids and all of the guys around Columbia College. You got to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Those were the days, indeed.
You might have forgot, but I know who you still are. So how you, bro? How Germany been treating you?
It's wild. I've changed a lot, man. Being in Germany has made me a lot more square, for sure. But in a good way.
Okay.
I can only say positive things. I mean, I'm here. Doesn't that speak for itself, right? Like I did a little semester abroad and ended up just finding any way possible to come and live and stay. And now I'm pretty confident I won't be coming back to the States anytime soon.
Damn. That's one of the questions too. That you already answered that as well.
Yeah, throw all those out. We got to do this live, right? Like you can't throw those away right away. You would say the same thing to me if I had come prepared for something.
Like, you know, it's a catch up, so I had to make sure, and I got to make sure they know who Michael Reddick is and Velvetstix. Right. It's two parts, because at the end of the day, they wouldn't believe that you used to help make it cool to be at Columbia. You know,
it's no longer cool to be at Columbia, is it?
I don't think it is. I think it's no longer for the cool kids. I think you was probably the last graduating class, right?
Some would say. We do have some names in that graduating class. If you go and look, like there's some people who are doing some things.
Who was all in your class?
I mean, I guess like it's the easiest one to go straight to Jonathan McReynolds, right? I think if anybody in the room right now hasn't heard of Jonathan McReynolds, they should probably go and hear of Jonathan McReynolds.
We low-key had a session with him, didn't we? When they won it was powwow.
Yeah. It's pretty wild how we have come across a lot of different people who either have come across success and we just grazed them.
I think that means we special, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always thought that meant. So I know you say things changed over in Germany, but what's some of the reasons you think, what was your calling? What's your calling over there? What you doing over there?
To be honest with you, I kind of dropped music for a little while. Not that I was completely jaded by it, but I wasn't really interested in I just wasn't like getting fulfilled by it or seeking fulfillment by it. And I ended up just chasing something completely different, like building a life, like realizing most musicians, at least in my scenario, chase life in a completely different way, if you get where I'm coming from, early on, and then seek something later when it's too late.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just
started throwing around and shit, and now everybody want to be like, oh, family.
Yeah. And now I'm good at that, and now I can, have my cake and eat it too.
Well, hopefully this project, how you feel when I sort of egged you along on this project, on this song and the project?
I would, no matter what it was, I would always drop what I'm doing and work on it if you sent me an email, right? I think that was the thing. It was like, hey, I got to find a room, like ASAP. Like somebody give me a room. I had just bought a bunch of mics and a bunch of hardware to record, because I've been saving, and I'm actually building a house right now with a studio. And during that time, it was in my like don't do anything save process in life where I was just saving to buy microphones, and now I've got a room full of them and I'm ready to go.
Wow.
Like I've still got the vision. I know what I'm going to do. I'm not putting it off and never doing it, but it was just not the time to have everything.
You know why that's scary? Because you sound way confident.
Oh yeah, well, you don't forget how to ride a bike.
Right.
The thing I will tell you that I'm not super confident about is after you step away from something, especially like, let's just say the genre of hip hop. Hip hop to me is like real life, live. You're not trying to be something. You're just living how you live, and you make the music how you live.
True.
And when I've now lived in Germany for almost 10 years, I'm not sure how cool I am anymore. So what kind of music am I going to make? I don't know, but it'll be good. It doesn't matter.
Did you hear how it came out on the On Time record you played on?
Yeah.
I think that's how if you see the write-up, I mean, I think what I've always seen in you, you know, I used to tell you, like, I think you could bridge hip hop and rap. You know, I always thought you could bridge those two worlds just because you were the cool kid and you had the technicality and skill level to actually play whatever the fuck you wanted to. So that's me knowing you, and I guess looking at you like at a high level drummer. So at the end of the day, it's like, that's what I thought of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see it, like, so when I asked you to be on the record, like, I didn't think, if you listen to it, it's rap and rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. As soon as I heard the guitar,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the bridge. And you know, that's my son on those beats, on all those beats. You know what I'm saying? So
this was also a big motivator for me, like, hearing and thinking about, I want to do that one day.
You feel me? Like, work with my son on a master. That how
and the guy can like kick flip, and it's pretty wild. Ever watch? I've been spying on him at the skate park, you know, on Instagram.
Pretty nice.
It's like when you first showed me a video of him, I think it was like, it had to have been his first kick flip or something. This was a long time ago. And now he can skate.
Now he's like, boy, he's pro. I call him pro. He might call it, but he's pretty up there. You know what I'm saying? He done skated with Stevie Williams. He's been at Radio Korea for like 4 back-to-back. Skated all around Los Angeles. I just like, that's the job. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild. I want that one day.
I think so. What made us do it? Well, you know, with 2020, they took his graduation. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you know, he a humble kid. He didn't want to really express how hurt he was by it per se. But I was just like, pick any skate park you want to in the United States, and we're going to them. You know? So I had a Ram truck at the time, and we just hit the road, bro. We wound up going to like 8 cities, like Iowa, like over here, like Georgia, where else we go? Illinois, Cincinnati. Like, we went to just like a skate, just on the skate. But while he was doing that, he started making beats, bro. And those is the album.
What was that then like? I guess it's easy if it's your kid, but what is that then like for you to probably give up control of the creation process and become a songwriter?
Well, that's a good question. I'll say it was relieving because, as you know, my musicality is high, but I don't sound like the industry per se. So with me making beats, I was feeling like it was passing me up on the production side. Like, I always engineer, but it's a difference between engineering and tracking too. Yeah. Because most people just want you to track. They don't really want your input on making it a phenomenal record or arranging or none of that. So when he started making beats, like I said, by his 5th beat, I knew I quit. I knew I would make.
Doesn't it suck whenever somebody's just way better immediately in the short amount?
Yeah, he was better. He was immediately way. I was just like, don't even time more. Like it was just better, bro. So, you know, we sort of kicked off the interview, my bad. This Velvetstix, GFM Radio, God-fearing man. That's the thing. I never gave the intro, and I never gave you your verse. So I got to go back. I just looked at the verse. That's track 13. Mike is on. I mean, Velvetstix. You call him Mike, Reddit, or Velvetstix, since you want to say formerly as. I'm going to call his ass Prince, or Symbol, since you want to say formerly as. We'll call his ass Symbol. So, he on track 13, On Time, and the drums begin at 128. That's that Hot Boy verse, and it's at the end. But the Bible verse that I picked for you, considering this January the 30th, is Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 30. And it's the Lord your God is going ahead of you. He will fight for you, just as you saw him do in Egypt. And that's it. I think you sort of explained that when you said you went to Germany and just never came back.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the verse I had for y'all. My back station identification. That's one thing we got to do on GFM. So I had to do that by fault. I had
Is
to
this
go.
a podcast, or are people, can you tune in as a podcast as well?
Say it again.
Is this a podcast?
Nah, you know what it really was like when they cheated us on the album, putting it out last year, right? So this year I was just like, well, I'm gonna turn up on the promo and everything. So now I gotta relaunch it on the 6th. I was just like, I'm gonna interview everybody on the album. Like, just for promo, everybody on the album. The truth be told,
That's a lot of people.
it's 55 total. 55 total, bro. Not only is it a lot of people, we literally are 29 in, 29 interviews in.
Wild. I don't even want to see your split sheets at this point. That's too much.
Man, split sheets, the fucking, like, bro, it's
And are you
so
doing this
much.
independent, or do you have some backing?
You know, this all me. It's all me. Now, when I say that, I don't say that chest out. I say that humbly, and I say that with my hands out, because I swear if I had some help, I would take it. Oh, no, sir, I would really take the help. But it's like, because it's for my son, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the person that'll necessarily go live and have people in my business or anything like that, but to make sure people know what my son has done, that we going live, we doing whatever the hell we got to. You know what I'm saying?
So no manager, no team at all.
My girl, my big voila, and my son. That's it.
Well done. That's probably exhausting, but well done.
Thank you. Like,
Because it looks like, I guess you could call it, I always loved the topic of perceived, what do you want to call it? Perceived motion, or perceived, I hope you get where I'm coming from, because I'm blanking.
Go ahead.
But
Go. I think I get where you go. I think I get.
Yeah.
Go ahead though.
If you can create in the perception of, I don't want to call it success, but momentum, perceived momentum, you can create it. I'd say like that's one of your gifts for sure.
Thanks, bro.
And no matter what the topic is. And even if it's just a few things, like it's fairly high quality enough that where you wouldn't even think. I thought you had a whole team doing this of minions, because it's a lot.
No.
Like,
It's
a whole lot.
So I thank you for that, and I think you one of the very few people that know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's difficult to display your talents, because, like you said, like, even though it's me technically making sure everything is molded all together, the outside is always going to perceive on the outside as I got a team, because how it looks, how it's been distributed, how it's been. But it's just like, oh, you know, I went to school. I was going to school and going to the studio. That's all we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Lab ratting.
Yeah. How many degrees do you have now? Did you collect any more?
Yeah, yeah. I got 3 masters now.
That's the silliest.
Yeah, I'm going to get my PhD too, probably either this year or next year though. But I want to go this year. I'm gonna most likely go back to Michigan State. If not State, I'm gonna be going to probably Emory down in Georgia.
Do it online. You could probably do it online now. It's probably
Oh,
easy.
but you know me, bro. I want to study, be there, changing things, seeing people, meeting, networking. You know what I'm saying? I like doing the actual study. You know, I'm hands on, and I think now we sort of got the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but as you said, like, yeah, I got all these degrees, but I was studying and making sure it made sense to music the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I had, no matter what I was studying, to me, had to be able to tie it back into the music, or I wasn't interested in the major. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I say all the time I don't use my degree, but like, it's a lie.
I mean, it probably can, but I think when you're doing it, no, you're not going to use your degree on nobody else's platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Theirs. And who the fuck wants you to be like, hey, I'm smarter than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, but when you get to running your own operation and putting out everything you're working on and working with you and your son and your children and all that, I guarantee you're going to be putting your degrees to work. And that's priceless, because it's like you said, it looked like a machine with me. But no, because a machine is with me, because I got these degrees and I know technically what I'm doing, I don't need to go. I wear like 30 hats, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Indeed, that's why I was thinking from like songwriting to like who's mastering it, Dion? Who's the PR team, Dion?
I mastered it. I mixed it. I mastered it. Keon okayed it. The Sendo okayed it when it was clear. You know, it's all us, bro. It's all us, back and forth. We just handing it back and forth like for real basketball. Like, all right, here, your score. Boom. All right, just think of this song. Okay, this verse right, that verse right, that's verse right. And when we did that and he cleared everything, next thing you know, we had 16 records and 55 features. I didn't know. I didn't recognize. I was just going and trying to put together the best songs for my son. You know, like I wasn't just like, ooh, and such and such, and ooh, and such and such. And nah, it was really like, I heard we got that song, and I'm like, this sounds like a B96 crossover. And I'm like, this shit needs some drums. It's like, Velvetstix. It's not another drummer that's going to be hit when I need drums other than Velvetstix. So it's just like, and that's how it happened. And if you notice or hear, it's turned down, but all of your takes are together.
Oh, really? That could have gone bad.
But I found the pockets where they lined up somehow, and right. It's like you got in the groove around the same part.
Yeah.
Around, you know, it was the challenge. You remember so at his recital, to graduate Columbia, he had to do a drumming recital. So the joint that I ran up challenging him was Jay-Z's "Show Me What You Got."
Why that? Okay, that's a funny one. Because that one, like, I couldn't play for some weird reason.
You could, like, now, and what's crazy about that too, Velvetstix could play anything except that one. Oh,
it was a pretty humbling moment, and I think
mad as hell. You was mad as hell. Like, you was mad as hell.
I'll never forget it because we were in the B Live with Bailey. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Bailey Ellis, we were in his office and set up the drums. I think Hebrew Brantley was down the hall.
He, we was
It was
all in.
an awesome space, and turned up the speakers. Yeah, that sounds like a fun little. Like, sounds easy to play. No, just dead hands.
Hey, it made him so mad. It wound up being his closing for his recital. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. You guys really set a lot of fire. Like, cause I don't think I had ever really been challenged. Like sure, at school there's like jazz stuff that like nerds get into that you're like, no, not for me. But like basically anything, 99%. And then you hear Tony Royster Jr. playing on a Jay-Z song, and it's like, wow, that's actually pretty good. You can't.
You see what I'm saying? Then I heard you. This is what I thought of you, though. I was just like, if he could play this, he'll be the greatest drummer ever. This was in my head. So when I heard it, I'm like, nah, why? Because I know this beat got pockets that a white boy not supposed to hit. But if he hits these pockets, he's going to skyrocket. And that was sort of my idea for the challenge. It works. You know what I'm saying? Now I think right now today, if anybody was to call you for anything drum related, music related, anything, you gone. You're gonna play it. But the drum is the only thing you play though, right?
No. I play guitar, and I've played bass for bands before, which is really funny. But I'm not a bass player. Definitely not good at it. But I would say I'm pretty good at guitar. As well, like
pretty fucking good. Like stop holding.
I don't know if I've ever played in front of you.
Yes, you have. We used to stay up north.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny to think about in general. Like we met at Apple.
That's literally at the Apple store, right?
With Davy Jones.
All that, like we was like gang. Like we was like super duper gang. Like
yeah,
we were like the UN though.
I think we should leave those stories right there and not share it. Yeah,
that's cold though. But it's just like, so at the end of the day, how you feel being on this album, bro?
Great. I guess the generic answer for you, to be honest, like it was a long time since I had even got to record drums. I had done a few things like here and there, but just loops, right? Like just making some things for people and sending them over, never knowing really what's going to happen with it for like sync licensing. So it's usually like, yes, your songs have been chosen for this TV show, or they haven't, and you know. Let's just call it like low effort, high return music, which means you truly don't care. You're just making stuff to see if it sticks.
Damn, with all the passion for you.
Yeah. I did that for a long time. And there's some things that did stick, right? Like, and you can get some checks here and there, but I don't know if I ever really cared. And then when I thought about it, if I connect it back to like that moment, learning that song or playing it and then playing it in front of everybody and getting like that I overcame something feeling that you don't normally get all the time in your life. I kind of sought that feeling versus the mechanism to get it. So to me, it's like, well, what if I were to, for example, move to Germany, not speak the language, and then learn the language, and then get a job, and then get promoted, and then like look at how far I've come in a new place where everybody said, no, that's not possible. You can't, this isn't gonna work. And I think I just chased that versus, you know what I mean? Like I like the overcoming of something that I can't do and I couldn't do before. And it's clear that I couldn't, and then doing it in front of people.
Well, I think it made you grow up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're a prodigy, bro. Let's keep it real. You're a prodigy. You were there. You were at Columbia for drums, but were better at guitar, right? You see what I'm saying? So you're a prodigy. You just can't play that down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're a musical prodigy, you don't necessarily have nothing. technically, because everything is coming easy. You know what I'm saying?
I think that like as weird as it is to call yourself that, like I started playing drums when I was 6 years old and was good immediately. And it was like, okay, you're supposed to play drums type of
You
thing.
see what I'm saying? And you just been you took off ever since.
Yeah. But you do get kind of that jaded sense of like you were impressive when you were 12 and I peaked at 16. You know what I mean? And then like you can only outdo yourself so many times, and then
but guess what? The whole time you never got to know yourself.
right.
You said no part in there. You know, because knowing yourself as a artist or musician is not the same as knowing yourself as a person.
This is the lesson I think I've taken 10 years to learn.
I think
like, and it's still so fresh that it's like, am I sure? You know, like it's still so fresh.
I think you, bro. I think you right on time, because at the end of the day, there isn't much you're gonna touch that isn't gonna have music involved, because you're a prodigy, because you're a musical prodigy. You know.
Yeah, I can accept that. I think that's okay to say. I'm ready for the second wave of I'm building the studio out. I've got basically all the things I like to do in there. I've got
that's dope.
The drums. I'll have basically everything set up so that I can record some friends, make the music I want to make, and I don't have to like be stuck in a studio doing something like silly.
You're taking it back. Like, you're not prostituting your skills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't need to work as a session drummer. Like, I don't need the money. And that's what's like the best part.
And that's the best part. You're not a prostitute. So guess what? You go fuck where you want to.
There's
so
one story we gotta talk about this one.
We got pulled over.
How did you know I was gonna bring that up?
Because that's your coming of age.
This
so we get pulled over at Rogers Park, right? A car full of black people. They don't. You got one white guy in there,
and he's not wearing a seatbelt.
Not only is the one white guy not wearing a seatbelt, he
was wearing a seatbelt. That's the worst part about it. They were just like, "You're not wearing one." I'm like, "Officer, you mean this?"
But not only that, he got a substantial amount of marijuana on him, right? So,
not even like a special, a weirdly absurd amount.
An absurd amount of marijuana, an uncanny, uncharacteristic for him amount of marijuana on him, right? So he don't know nothing about driving while black, for real. Though. But we in Rogers Park. Rogers Park is on the cusp of just about to get bad. So
just about.
We pulled over, right? I'm like, don't nobody say nothing. It's mine.
This is the part that I want to, because it was clearly in my backpack, and it was clearly like,
it was clear.
You didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm like, it's mine.
Yeah, I'm like, this was one of those moments that I'll never, ever, 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 ever forget. And I tell people I tell a version of this story, so I'm like, I'm actually not really sure which one is real, because I've told the version that's like kind of kosher for so long, you know what I mean? I'm like, it wasn't that much marijuana, you know, and I've like changed a few elements to make it like, it's okay. But yeah, it was a weird amount. It would have gone away for a little while.
They checked us and we got like a dub. We got like a sack, you know what I'm saying?
Tore apart that poor lady's purse, and like the whole car was ransacked except for the backpack where it was.
Except for the backpack, y'all. He checks everybody except the white boy's backpack, right? Yeah. The person who got it, right? So I'm like, nah, it's mine. Nobody's going down for this. I'm driving Mike, you going to school. Because at that time, you know, your mama knew you was with me. So it was just like, nah, you're in my hands. Your mama.
I'll never, like, it's the funniest thing in the world.
Is not, y'all. So they finally find it. But keep in mind, this is how they find it. Velvetstix is trying to reach for it. He's trying to reach for it. So now, as black men, we like, whoa, boy, you do not you do not want to be reaching with no cop.
Privilege.
He said, oh, okay, you're right. Go right back to reaching. He goes right back to reaching. Cops calm him down, so on and so forth. Next thing you know, they find it. They see that it's in his book bag, but I'm still the person saying, no, it's mine. They like, Houseway is in his book bag. Like,
My property of Michael Reddick.
and I'm like, no, it's mine. It's mine. He not believing me. He don't want to arrest Mike. He don't want to arrest Velvetstix. So he just let us go.
It was the most bizarre display of what would you call it? CPD racism, or I don't know. Just
high level of racism.
Amazing. Oh, it's yours. Oh, you have a wonderful day then, young man. Sort of like, go back to school and finish this set. Because I think we had said we're going to a session. It was for somebody at the session.
Yeah, we was like, man, we stay right around the corner, man. Don't do this. Don't do that. So like, he didn't give a shit. He wanted it to be ours.
Yes, I just have a vivid memory of getting. I think we got handcuffed together.
Yes, we did.
And
all of us got up together.
And then we were up against like the hood of the car, and we're looking at each other like this, and we're like,
funny story.
It's mine.
Here's part of that. I'm with Jane Doe, an artist from Detroit who just came up from Atlanta. He don't know shit about shit. She dodging going to Detroit and leaving Atlanta to stay out of trouble and come to Chicago and get pulled over with us.
Yeah, that was a lesson learned. I think at that point, I also realized, like, I have to change my life a little bit. This is not.
Hey, bro, I think if it would have been in anybody else's bag, everybody too was going to jail.
Yeah, those are those moments where you think of your mom, and you think of when she's like, God's gonna look after you, make sure you're okay. You're like, no, right.
That's what, and I saw your face. I'm like, Mike, calm down. You going home? I'm taking it. Calm the fuck down. You go get us. Like,
yeah, I was pretty uncool at that moment. I broke. I was like, immediately.
I knew you was gonna mention that, because at the end of the day, me and you got a more of a little brother, big brother relationship than a lot of people that I know, and definitely a lot of people of my same color or your same color.
Yeah, I found a picture of us, and it was from my graduation, and it was me, you, my friend Justin, my mom, and Wendy.
Wow.
And I was like, it's so funny to think about like what family really is, and moving to Germany really shows me a lot of like what family really is, and how often I FaceTime, or how often I do things with my family and keep track of people.
Yeah.
And like that picture is one of the most valuable pictures to me, just because like not a lot of people, like even here, will know or care, or they don't know what Columbia is, they don't know any of this stuff. They don't care, which is like great. But that picture to me is just one of those, that's my family. Those are the people I've collected and you'll never lose. And these are like the people that I would always, it picks right back up no matter how much time and space is between.
Hey, and I don't think the same, bro, because when you told me your mom and sister I'd be at the graduation, I'm still floored by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't understand. I sat next to his mom at his graduation.
Like, sorry, brother, my brother, you can't come.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the brother couldn't, the family couldn't. His mom wanted me there. So it was just like, whoa and wow. It was like me, his mom, and then his daddy. So, I don't know. I never forget that. And you never, and it's funny you brought up the family. Like, how is your mom and pops?
Well, this one's a weird one, but my mom actually passed away from COVID, coming up on 2 years.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's I didn't. Yeah, that's another weird one, because like, how do you even spread the word on this, right? Like you
kept that one real low.
I didn't really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really talk about it. That was another one where, like, even with social medias and things, that like changed my perspective of even using them and sharing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I saw like a lot of other people like use them and leverage them, and I found it almost disgusting to even mention these things on them. You know what I mean? And it's like, are you looking for sympathy? Are you looking for the like? And it seems like a selfie is looking for something in particular, but this is looking for something even more sick. If you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
but it's just like, hurt me that your mom passed, bro.
yeah, it's probably been the toughest thing.
She was a good ass woman, man.
Yeah.
Like, phenomenal fucking woman. Like, they not do mean to curse, because at the end of the day, y'all know Ascendo mom passed in 2017 from breast cancer. So he hasn't had his mom. He has taught me a thing or five about strength. So to know you going through that, you know what I mean?
It's I don't know. Everybody goes through it at some point. That's the weird part. And it seems like individualized per person, and how much you, like, what's the life expectancy? You always think you have an extra 30 years with somebody.
Facts.
And
Facts.
It's changed a lot of how I treat my own dad now. And I think in a natural way, even like better relationship now, family, like everything gets richer because of something, but it always sucks that you have to remove somebody so special to learn that.
From that mold.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I knew what I had when I had it, but it's another level of knowing what you got when it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
I was really looking, you know what I'm saying? Like, looking forward, like, man, your mom was a sweet ass woman, bro. Like, it's just like, we all gotta see that eventually, but it's like, I was looking forward to you telling me she was phenomenal. I was looking.
I'm sure she is. And
No.
In a parallel universe, I don't know. Like, there's
in the parallel universe, she over there with you with the drums. You heard me? Because I'm telling y'all, she broke her back. She told her own family members they can't come to ensure I was.
Yeah, she really did love you. Like,
I really did love her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she trusted you right away. She's definitely one of those, and I think I learned that from her. Like, I'm the type of person that I trust somebody immediately, and then they lose trust after they right.
Yeah.
But like, first, here's the keys to my house. I'm a golden retriever. Oh, it's so great to see you. To anybody. Right. To a certain degree, of course, but my mom was kind of like the pioneer of this, and she just seemed to immediately could tell if somebody's aura or intentions were correct.
When's her birthday, bro?
Wow, now you're gonna make me feel like a bad son. May 5th.
May 5th. That's crazy. You know, that's the same day my college roommate born, May 5th.
Okay.
So, that's deep. So it's like that date. That's why, because meeting your mom, what made me so comfortable around her, I knew her. I met her before. You know what I'm saying? And like, she was such a familiar soul and a warming person that it was just like, it was instantly raceless boundaries. Like, endless boundaries to the point where I saw her disarm your father. You know, without
like see that 1,000 times, right? Like,
like wow, without saying a word though.
yeah.
So I
That's
don't
a
know.
good way
She's
to
out, and I know she your angel. I know she over you. I know she out there with you. I know she is. I know she is.
It's a yeah, I don't know. It's over the past let's say 2 years,
Mhm.
there hasn't really been too many other topics within my life that I've dedicated that much time or thought into. And it seems to like I don't want it to consume me in like an unhealthy way. So it's one of those that I've taken careful consideration in how I deal with it, just because it was so shocking. And so like I didn't even get to be there. I had to travel home during a pandemic, and it was just like a bit of a nightmare. Like
Wow.
me with a mask and a face shield, and like it was just
Wow.
one of the worst case scenarios. And you always talk about moving to Germany and saying like, yeah, if something like this happens, you'd have to hop a plane, but you never really expect it to happen to you.
Never, right. You don't.
But
Even though you know, you don't think that. You think that that's gonna hopefully happen when you're there for a visit. If it happens, not the whole stop what you're doing to, like, I don't know. It's tough, bro. But I know your mom loves you, and I know she was a loving woman, and I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just remember the feeling she always made sure I had. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she cared a lot. She also cared to show that she cared. So
God, she really did. And man, now I think with you doing what you're doing and us getting back to this song and talking about everything and catching back up, look at it. It still wind up being an anchor to make sure we're in the race together. You know what I mean?
that's indeed. That's what I was actually laughing about. Like, we're about to just do some album promotion and actually just make people watch us catch up as friends.
Little do they know.
Really,
You know what I'm saying? It's really like amazing. Like, it's typically 30 minutes, but here it is. We going on 50. You know?
all right.
Like, just real brothers though. And man, when I'm coming to Germany, fuck that.
That's a great question. Because I think we should actually have a side conversation about that. I'm thinking about, or actually, I need to chat with somebody, but I might be managing an artist who's looking to break in America.
So me and my son need to come over there, basically.
Yeah. And then I've also got like I'm building a house and I'll have a studio and you'll have we can definitely make some music together like live, which would be so fun, especially if your son can come.
Give it Rogers Park, the music building at Columbia, and up north on Armitage. Say less. It's just going to be Germany. That's the only difference. Like, we're already locked in that realm.
We need to talk analytics and getting some plays and seeing if you could actually get some promotion and some venues, because there is a bit of a scene out here, and
the rap scene.
Yeah, and I think that there's also, like, I don't want to make things sound easier than they really are, but I think like let's just call it the perceived I'm forgetting the word again. How
it looks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm always gonna blank on that word. I need to like write it down. But you could essentially create a decent amount of momentum, that perceived momentum, if you do have a bit of online analytics and you're showing.
I just looked on Apple Music. I got 10 plays in Germany. Those are probably all.
Are me. We need to like change that. It's not actually that hard to change it. If like we could talk about this another time, I'm sure. But like, there's even just dropping a little bit of advertisement and just getting a few hooks on other people and just playing like the leech game, where you essentially are getting tagged from getting tagged and connecting with other people within Germany, you could hit the ground pretty quickly, I would say, and get some like 1 or 2 songs to kind of explode through social media. I think there's a decent route to get that to be 10,000 by the end of this year.
Gotta go harder, Slug. You're right. It's only 10. We gotta go harder on the promo. He right.
10,000 by the end of the year.
10,000 by the end of the
Yeah, that
year.
should be the live goal that we set and see if it actually comes.
For Germany, though.
Say that again.
For just Germany,
Yeah.
though.
Just Germany. Yeah.
Just Germany. Ooh, talent. I like that.
That sounds like crazy, but like honestly, just work backwards. We'll talk about it another time, but I think there's an easy plan to follow that I think would work for this album.
It's 43 total plays. So we got there probably are you too.
I'm trying to everybody go change your IP address to Germany and then hit play.
That's
if you don't have an IP address changer, get one. What are you doing? It's 2023.
Oh, bro, you know I ain't finna cheat like that. I'd rather knowing that all them plays are you.
It wouldn't work. I don't think that would even register as a play in Germany.
Knowing that all those plays are you, I am proud.
Yeah. I didn't make it through the whole album. Those are just the plays on that one song. During my...
Hey, but it's there and it's here for us to set these marks with and have these conversations and set these goals and reach these goals. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a phenomenal album to set those points with. Whereas with your own music, it could get difficult, especially in this climate, if it's something that they don't pick, if the people don't pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think we know enough about this business, man. Like, and as Slug say, I know we need to go hard in Chicago. We need to go hard in Atlanta. We need to go harder in Germany, just for the mere fact you there. A-Rab, another artist on the album, he talking about moving to Colombia. We need to go harder there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mexico.
It's here. Hey, get a booking in Germany ASAP. That's what Slug said. Well, put it like this. Hey, Velvetstix. Once I get booked in Germany, Slug go to DJ. Deal?
Deal,
Slug?
and I'm playing drums because I don't think there's a cooler set than like a DJ drummer set.
And you're definitely playing drums. Slug, you the DJ as soon as we lock in Germany.
I haven't even noticed the comments. I'm bad at all this.
Because we've been chopping
people
it.
here.
I'm horrible. Man, what year did you graduate? What year that was?
Ooh. 2012, 11, 12?
Something
like this. Think about Young Wonder.
Young
Lamont.
Wonder, where they at?
They're everywhere now.
Y'all don't understand. Young Wonder was Young Wonder when we were together. Now they're like what? Helping everybody in the music industry by now?
They've done some amazing videos. Like unreal. They're like, if you give them a budget, of course it's going to be amazing. They're really, really talented.
Man, we need to link with Young Wonder. Man, you just fucked my head up mentioning Young Wonder. It was like my real little sister. Like, we'd have knocked the motherfucking head off. Boy, they was always with us, boy.
Yeah.
Forgot about you, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's interesting. Man, that's real reminiscent right there.
Yeah.
So you gonna do a juke set. Hell yeah, that's automatic.
Okay.
Wow. You just mentioned one Young Wonder. A budget of what though?
Oh, a real budget.
They gonna need at least 100 pack, huh?
I think more.
More.
Well, I mean, I think that they obviously, I don't think that they're like that type of entity that is like there's a line and there's a price that you have to cross, but it's more of the idea of music and like how much do you have to make it the best idea possible.
I know they like Cole Bennett before Cole Bennett.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
I would say open the door for something like that to exist for
that's
sure. And if like nobody was filming themselves doing everything, like we would just film every single day doing random stuff and make it a video. Like
yeah.
back in the day, we would look at that and be like, what are you guys doing?
Already.
It's pretty wild.
They knew already.
Yeah.
So, we talked about what we're working on. We talked about what you're working on. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all on here, we literally just catching up. I'm thinking about Mrs. Reddick. I'm sorry. And other than that, I'm thinking about how me, Slug, and Ascendo going to get to Germany because that has to happen. You say 10,000 by the end of the year?
Yeah.
Is it
Streams of any, it doesn't have to just be in the album, right? Just 10,000 streams.
Oh, well, I got those, bro. I've been got those.
In Germany.
In Germany.
That's the little thing. And then if, obviously if it's in Germany, if you're going to open up an advertising budget for Germany, like you might as well do the UK. You might as well do Sweden. Sweden can keep this up.
Oh,
and then you gotta go.
Got to put it together because if we going over there, no way in the world. Like you said, we just don't.
Yeah, you would need 4 European like stations and do a little mini stop.
Man,
2 shows in each country.
LSD. We got Slug who helped put the whole fucking album together, and he gonna do a juke set regardless. And we got you, the drummer. That like what are we talking about? That's autumn right there. That's when it goes stupid crazy. Yeah,
I would take some time away to do that. For sure. I would take some time away to do that. And if you want to chat about that, I would very much enjoy helping you break into that.
I'm on that from now on. But can you lead it for me? Because I don't know. And I might get in my brain and like overthink.
To be honest, like this is what I'm thinking about with this like artist management thing is think about, and I don't know why I'm going to bring up somebody like Kamaru Usman, but like let's just think about Kamaru Usman for a quick second. If somebody were to say like a talent like that, and I'm going to be your corner, I'm going to be your trainer, you have to dedicate your life and like real deal, give up time, effort on the like this has to happen, that has to happen. You wouldn't want to take somebody who could give just a day or two. And this is what like slows me down sometimes or gives me pause and thinking about these things is how much time could I give to something that I actually love? And if I can't, don't. And that's like my internal rule. So I like if we should definitely chat about this offline.
Okay.
But when we get there, we got to think of it like that to say like, actually do try.
I challenge then. How much time? Because when the question is posed, I think it's natural to assume that a lot of time will be required. What if a guideline just needs to be required?
Steps. Yeah, exactly. This is what I do like to say, like let's break off steps and like just take those instead of saying like, yeah, X amount has to happen because that's impossible to climb a mountain in a day, but like, or
even just lead
at a time.
Or just leading the conversation, typing in once a week, hey, you did something that's happened in Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean, like take the lead on it because I might forget, especially trying to make sure things gonna be decent in Chicago, Atlanta, and you know what I'm saying? At least
that I could commit to for sure.
Okay. That's all. And we go from there.
That's what
we go from there.
Cool.
Before we end, as we end, because we've been on this thing for a damn hour.
Broke all the rules. You broke all the rules.
Broke all of them. Like, all of them. Just a chop it. That's all it was. But man, I love you, bro. That's just one thing, and you know it. I've been missing you ever since you left. I was still confused as to why Germany. I guess.
I did a semester here. That's what like made it. I wasn't like looking for any country and just randomly landed on Germany. It was the trade. Like we did a semester abroad,
Right.
and then it was like to be honest, I thought of it like, wow, the music industry is super simple over here. There's very easy rules to follow. There's like not a lot of people that are breaking those rules. It's like a wide open, like we've already run amok in America in multiple different aspects, and you're seeing repeats of the same type of breaking in this way, and you're really just like rinsing and repeating and just forgetting 10 years ago. But in Germany, like there's a bit of a foundation and a process, and if you break that, it's attractive, and you can do some of those things. Like if you remember Odd Future in 2010, something like this, like that was like, oh my god, but what they're doing is really nothing new, but we had forgotten already
that it was the same.
like it's like, oh my god, they're breaking, you know, like they're doing what like Eminem did, like they're like being provocative, and like,
Hey, you might be with that management thing, Sticks. You might be on something, because you get it in, I think you get it from an ethnic perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Germany's wide open for it, is what I'll say.
That's and I don't think African American will be looking at it like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that is worth exploitation, but in this, like you said, you're about to start managing. Why? Because you see something. You know what I'm saying? Like you see something wide open, as you said. Now, how long you think it's gonna take for me to come to Germany or anywhere in Europe and see that same perspective?
Probably never. You don't want to invest the time that it takes.
So because of that, and knowing that you've already been there 10 years, I literally just fall up under your expertise and trust in your ability to execute that.
I gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now, as we end now, 5 songs, bro. We need 5 songs, like, cause
to listen to.
No, so like I said, I'm still about Mom Dukes, and you know, we got this theme on here where we saying play 5 songs that you would play for God to get into heaven.
Oh shoot!
So
do I play them now or just say them out loud?
Yeah, say them out loud.
All-time favorite song, I think, if you had like gun to head, last song you can listen to, I might pick like a really long Bach piece just to live longer, but the last song I'd want to hear is Billy Joel, Vienna.
Vienna?
Yeah, it's just called Vienna. But essentially, he wrote it sitting in a cafe in Vienna, Austria, looking at a little old woman like sweeping the streets, or not the street, like the sidewalk in front of her cafe. And he said to I think he was there with his father, and he said, like, why is that little old, woman working still? Don't they have some sort of, care system here in Austria? And he's like, no, she wants to be here. Like, she wants to work. Like, that's her life. Like, she has her life doing this, and she wants to give back to her city and be a part of it.
That's a deep concept.
It's not a burden. And that is probably the most, like, that song it's a good one. It's just one of the best.
That's a deep ass concept, because when you said that, I instantly thought of, how, like, when you see, I know for me, it's always tough in Chicago winters, seeing a mama or auntie or grandma on that damn bus.
You don't need to be there. Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Well, that shit will hurt your heart.
Yeah.
If you're a good dude, you know what I'm saying? If you're a good person, that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and like, it's like, that their jacket's not even that nice, and you're like, you look cold.
Like, what the fuck? Go home, mama. Like,
yeah.
Crazy. All right, I gotta listen to that. Yeah, Billy Joel, Vienna. What's the second?
Man, I went, like, I guess, how do you say, like, deep with the first one, and some of them I might just give you like a jam. something to vibe out to. Let me go to my playlist called Cool Ass Shit. And open it up. Man, this song, Sunflower by Harry Styles,
Okay.
is a jam. And I know I just said Harry Styles is a jam, but everybody can shut up if you don't think it's a jam. Just shut up. Because how his vocals are processed, how the drums sound, how they break down, it sounds like the 70s with real instruments. It sounds incredible. Literally, I'll tell anybody to shut up if they are making fun of me for liking this song. It's so good.
I would check that out too. So what we doing? Everybody who picked everybody's songs we interview. I'm gonna put out the playlist once all the interviews.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting playlist.
Ain't it?
There might be. Okay, let me find one more here.
This number 3, Billy Joe Vienna. Ooh, I want to hear that one soon. And Sunflower, Harry Styles.
Very good. Okay. Let me give you. I've got a playlist called Mothership that I made when I went on the plane to, like, when my mom passed away. And all the songs that either reference mothers or remind me of my mom are on it. So I'll give you one that I think is a pretty good little jam from this one.
This one for us.
It is.
Or anybody who done lost their mom out there, man.
Yes.
For real.
Homeward Bound by Simon and Garfunkel.
That's a good one.
And then if you want a song that is just like sonically pleasing that you just listen to, you say, how did they make that? One of those, like, you know that you don't know how they did it. You'd have to really sit down and think. And then like, sometimes I'll listen to songs and I just know exactly. I'm like, that's boring. But this one is it's a bit mind blowing. It's called "When Your Light Goes Out" by Mr. jwzLM.
Got it. Mr. jwzLM, that's JUKES or jwzLX?
JUKES.
I got it. And what's the fifth one?
Fifth and final.
Drum roll, pun intended.
Let's go with. Oh man, that's a tough one. Let me find my recently played and just see if I can give it to you this way.
That one, that fifth one get everybody. They're getting everybody.
Do we want a cool one or just one that's just? Let's see here. Okay. I'd like to switch up the genres a little bit and give you. Have you ever heard of the Alabama Shakes?
Alabama. Oh.
Check this band out because this lady can sing.
I got you.
The band is cool.
Thanks. Hard name.
I just gotta find a song from theirs. Let me grab this one. See, forget it. Let's go with "Sound and Color," the title song from the Alabama Shakes. It starts off slow, but
hear it out.
Enjoy it. Hold tight and put your ADHD that's been transformed through TikTok away and hold on for 45 seconds because you'll be pleased if you can just expand your attention a little bit longer.
Oh wow, Velvetstix, we just chopped it in for real. Promoed the album and caught up.
And made a plan for Germany.
And made a plan for Germany. Hell, man. Now,
Meeting
Deuteronomy
adjourned.
30. But with the verse, the Lord your God is going ahead of you. He will fight for you, just as you saw him do in Egypt. And I think that's what's going on right now. I think that's the embodiment of our entire catch-up interview, whatever you call it, mustard. I don't know. That was just needed, and we just did that. That was this epic interview. I don't know what to call it. I don't think it was.
Yeah. Funny.
But it's definitely a podcast. Ascendo got them all up on Apple. We got them on the Spotify. I'm really thinking about more of the promo, making a trip out of Germany. And Mrs. Reddick, man, I'm gonna be thinking about Miss Reddick the rest of the day, at least.
Sure. Me too.
At least the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm glad you put that on my heart, because I've been thinking about her, and I was just like, nah, like you said, it's still a good report. Like, I know she's at peace, and I like a soul like hers. There's no way a soul like hers dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like,
We're talking about it. So
you feel like there's no way, and it's just like, look at us, like, bro, that was like really one of the phenomenal things in my life, like sitting there next to her. Like, I think she like held my hand for a great deal of the damn like it was funny because it was like hella white people there, right?
Dion screamed, "That's my baby!"
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they looking at her like holding my hand, like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, this Miss Reddick, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Like, that's so hard. I'm gonna miss her. I know you miss her, bro. I know you miss her.
Yeah.
I know you do. That's what you about to do with the rest of your night, because it's only 3:13 where I'm at. It's literally what? Midnight. It's after midnight.
Yeah, 12:13. Your boy's going to sleep. Yeah. I'm an old man now.
Fucking Michael Reddick, y'all. Velvetstix, talking about artist formerly known as Satchel. Oh man, well, get some rest, bro.
Yeah.
When you get up, as you see, I'm typically up all times of the night. So when you get up, make sure you hit me so we can follow up not only from this talk, but from planning the future. Because while we on this side of the ground, we got to make sure we doing what we need to do to create more history for Mrs. Reddick now. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like,
I'm down.
I feel like, all right, bro, go ahead and get some rest and hit me. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
In a minute.
See you, man.
All right, in a minute. All right. That's Michael Reddick, Velvetstix, y'all. Tell me that. He just put Miss Reddick on my heart. Now, when you keep it 100 with your people, it make more sense why he on this song now, right? Don't it? Just a little bit more sense, right? On time. It's on time. On time. I hear you, Miss Reddick. I mean, it's easy for me to say and have a joy about it, but I know that's because she was a good ass woman. I say what's on my mind. How perfect was this song for him? Christian Dior, baby, Louis Vuitton. I ain't for none. Family of fun. No, I'm the one. Louis Ball. Oakbrook Mall. On my ball. First over 6 a.m. hot boy, yeah, honey mix. Okay, we gonna go out again with Velvetstix verse of the day. Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 30. The Lord your God is going ahead of you. He will fight for you, just as you saw him do in Egypt. And I think me and Mike's Velvetstix interview really embodied this verse. And I appreciate how God continues to drive me and give me the words and the mission to know which verse to hand out to everybody who's been on this album. Because after 20 people interviewed and the verses have matched everybody at this point, or it has lined up with what's going on in each individual's life. So we gonna ride that wave and stay with it. And tomorrow, y'all, we have another guest, 6 o'clock, back regular tomorrow. We only did today because, as we said, it's midnight now in Germany. So this the latest we could do it to where Velvetstix could still get some rest and we could allow enough people to still be in here. So we got that, and tomorrow we got holycity D. That's how we gonna end the month with holycity D. We got more interviews coming in February, but tomorrow we consume it with holycity D. GFM. Wick, the word, love you too. There's a lot going on. Watch the interview. Real good. And we got to follow up. That's what I just thought about too. That's why it's called like that, because we still need to do our follow up. We need to make sure we do the work and make sure we follow up. But holycity D, ending it tomorrow, y'all. Let's make sure we say prayers for Mike, Velvetstix, for his mom, Cindo as well. Anybody who don't lost their mom, bro, because that's a pain now. So let's just Deuteronomy 130. You feel me? And we go out like that. Velvetstix is the drummer on track 13, on time. GFM, God-fearing man, y'all. Continue. Y'all gonna have good evenings. It's a hell of a way to kick off the Monday. This week about to be sweet. Let's get it. Mighty.